Raiya's story started with headlines, abandoned, and a reminder how overwhelmed shelters can be. And beyond the attention, who is she really? Maribella's world has been completely flipped upside down overnight. In a new country, a new life, and the way she started opening up to us surprised us all. And for Gracie, sometimes the quietest dogs are the ones who stay with you the longest. Here's a look at what happened this month.
3-year-old golden retriever with medical problems, abandoned by its owners at an Okotoks off-leash dog park over the weekend.
Raiya's story captured the hearts of many, and while it made headlines, the truth is many dogs experience abandonment. But this video isn't about what happened to her. It's about who she is. When I first met Raiya, I picked her up at our foster home, and immediately she greeted me with so much love and kisses that the foster mom asked if I met her previously, and this was my first time meeting her, and the bond just grew instant. The past few months for Raiya has not been easy. She's been through multiple foster homes, and she's still dealing with medical issues. She's on seizure medication, she has hip dysplasia, and she was overweight. But today she's healthier, brighter, and happier. And she has come such a long way. When we first started our day, we went to my in-laws' house so my mother-in-law could meet Raiya. And immediately we noticed something. She is obsessed with the ball. She loves to play, she loves being outside, and she loves being at her own pace. She would curl up and just chew her ball in the snow and just have the best time by herself. Raiya doesn't like giving the ball back. If she does give it back, she pops it out, she projects it out of her mouth at you. It was funny, she will just pop it out and she expects you to pick it up and throw it, and she'll just keep going and going. She will not stop. She is obsessed with the ball. Next, we headed to the park where we put the Adopt Me bandana on and we started walking around, and she just loves to go at her own pace, sniff, and just enjoy her walk. After the park, we went back to my house where there was a lot of balls. I didn't realize how many balls I had, but it was a lot. And she was in awe of all the balls that she could play with. So instead of relaxing, she just played, and she was getting tangled up in the curtains, having a good time with all the balls that were around here. And then she finally settled down for a nap. She wanted her belly rubs, and then she put her snout against my leg, and she had her paw on my leg because she just wanted to touch me while she was falling asleep. And those kind of moments when that happens just really sticks with you. It was very sweet. Raiya is a sweetheart, but dogs with traumatic experiences may need a little bit more help than others. She's very food motivated. She knows really cool tricks, and she needs some more time, and she needs some more consistency. She can struggle when she's left alone, and when she's not getting attention, she may bark. And while we don't know whether this behavior existed before, being left at the dog park is a traumatic experience. Paws for Change have done such an amazing, incredible work with Raiya. She has come such a long way, but her journey is not over yet. She is currently listed for adoption for Paws for Change. Due to her popularity, she has received an overwhelming amount of applications, and they actually stopped taking them to go through them thoroughly to make sure that the person that they choose is going to be the perfect fit for her. Raiya needs an experienced home, one that understands her medical needs, patience, and having a long-term commitment. Raiya is not defined by the day she was left behind. She is defined by her resilience, her sweetness, and her ability to still trust. She deserves a home where she can finally stay, heal, and be loved. If you would love to learn more about Raiya, her adoption link is below.
We're going to get my first foster pup. I'm so excited. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm excited. She looks adorable.
She's so cute. She's tiny.
Today is a very special day. One of my best friends, Raiya, decided to foster a dog. Even though she has experiences with animals before, this is her first time fostering a dog. A tiny Chihuahua Rat Terrier mix all the way from Mexico. Raiya has always been an animal lover, and I'm so excited for her to finally experience what it's like to have a dog.
Can you open the door?
She once had a turtle, but this is slightly different. She asked me to come help her pick up the foster dog and help her get settled in, and I was so excited that she asked. I was so excited to be there. When we first picked up Maribella, it was so clear how gentle she was. She's not a very vocal dog. She's very observant and very skittish. The previous foster mom said that they would call her Bella, and so when we did call her by her name, she actually seemed to know her name, and she would perk up a little bit when we called her. Her previous foster was giving us the rundown on how she was doing for the past couple days. We were so excited but a little nervous to take her home. Maribella has only been in Canada for a couple days. She's very shaky and unsure and probably wondering why it's so cold. We gave her the back seat, gave her some space, letting her move around and take things in and figure out what's happening. Raiya bought her this bed that was really tiny and super tall, and it was the worst bed possible. And Bella wanted nothing to do with it, like I said she would, which made us laugh and also reminded us that dogs can communicate without words. The foster did mention that she tried Spanish commands, but it seemed like Bella didn't know any. But she did say that Maribella loves Bad Bunny, which is hilarious because Raiya also loves Bad Bunny. And as soon as the foster mom told us, I just looked at Raiya. I'm like, might be a foster fail. So on the drive home, we decided to play Bad Bunny. And Maribella took it so well. She stopped shaking. She started exploring and enjoying the car ride. As soon as we put Bad Bunny on, she was so mellow. When we got to the house, Maribella was pretty scared of a new place to get adjusted to. She doesn't know what's going on. So we actually had to pick her up and take her inside because she was shaking so much. She was a rock. You couldn't move her. Once we got inside, we gave her space to decompress and left her alone. We put on some dog relaxation music to let her calm down, and it worked pretty well. Should have put Bad Bunny on, but it also works. We gave her space, no pressure at all. She started curling up for warmth by this big sunny window, and she really took a liking to. I don't think she really felt that kind of warmth in Canada, so I think that the big window is a big plus for her. At first, Bella would watch us from a distance, wondering what we were doing. Any movement that we made, she was always curious about because she couldn't relax. But after a while, she built up the courage to come up on the couch and curl up behind my knees in front of the window and absorb the sun and close her eyes for a bit. Bella is only a year old, and so much has happened in her life. She lived on the streets of Mexico and took refuge to a taco stand where all she was fed was tacos, and we're pretty sure she's never really had dog food before moving to Canada. She's very hesitant about dog food and treats, but she really loves chicken. She likes the good stuff. Can't blame her. We tried taking her outside for a potty break and letting her know where her spot was, but she was completely terrified. The cold, the snow, the crunching sound under her feet was all too much for her, and that is okay. It's day one. Dogs need time. 3 days to decompress, 3 weeks to feel comfortable, and 3 months to finally feel like they're at home. As much as we want our bond to be instant and love at first sight, it's not how this works, especially with dogs that experienced so much. And now it has been 6 days and things have changed. Bella has completely warmed up to Raiya. She has won over all of her friends and Raiya's parents. She's really, really smart, and Raiya's already taught her how to give a paw.
Paw? Good paw, Bella.
To sit.
Sit, Bella, sit. Oh, good girl, Bella.
And she's already figured out her bathroom routine, and she's going on walks. And most importantly, she's building that trust. Bella loves to cuddle, they're always together, and they're always in cahoots. And honestly, it is so sweet. What's been so beautiful to watch is Raiya. She sends me constant updates.
I don't know what happened. Well, when I left her, I locked her in, and when I came back, the fence was locked, and she was just chilling on the couch.
She's an escape artist.
She's an escape artist. Anyways, I just wanted to tell you, she's an escape artist.
I'm not surprised.
See you soon.
Bye. photos, videos, little messages, freaking out about the littlest things. Raiya just wants to do it right, and she cares so much about Bella. And that kind of attention and that kind of love is why fostering matters. Thank you to Furball Force for giving Bella the chance. And thank you to Raiya for opening your heart and your home to Bella. If you ever thought about fostering, this is what it could look like. If you believe Bella could be the right fit for you, please contact Furball Force. She's in great hands now, but her forever home is still waiting. Spending a day outside of the shelter can change everything for a dog. Today, I spent the day with Gracie. Right away, Gracie was incredibly sweet, and the moment we stepped outside, you can see how gentle her nature is. She was so excited to be outdoors and stopping to sniff everything, but is also very unsure of me when we first met, curious, watching, and trying to figure out who I was. In the car, she stayed quiet, cautious, and just taking it all in. When we got to the house, I was ready for the usual puppy chaos. Zoomies, excitement, trying to calm them down. She walked in calmly and slowly exploring at her own pace. For a 1-year-old, she has very mellow energy, and it's surprising, honestly. And after she's finished looking around, she came over to me and curled gently around my legs and looked up and leaned in for some scratches. That was her way of saying, okay, I think I can trust you now. Gave her some water, and she just kept going under the table. And it turns out, I had forgotten a squeaky ball was there. And when she discovered it, that was it. Gracie loves the squeaker ball. Every squeak it made, her little ears would tilt, and suddenly her playful puppy side just comes out. It was adorable to watch. I even let her spend a few minutes outside on the deck. She was so curious about all the smells and the sounds, just quietly taking everything in. I'm usually cautious because of the artificial grass that is out on our deck, but she did amazing. There was no accidents and no confusion, just calm curiosity. Since Gracie was recently spayed, we have to keep things gentle and low-key. She wanted to stay close to me and watch, and sometimes standing nearby just to make sure I was still there. But eventually, she started to settle down, and she had the sweetest little puppy nap, a little bit of snoring, and she had a little tiny smile while she was sleeping. And later, she found some sunspots to lie in. At one point, she discovered where Dino's food was kept, and she kept stepping under the door, like, excuse me, is someone gonna open this door? It smells good in here. She kept checking the spot like it was a mystery that needed to be solved. Once my husband came home, she heard him at the door and got really excited. No barking, just pure happiness and curiosity. And funny enough, she jumped to greet him immediately, and I was like, wow, okay, Gracie. She did not show this side of her right away to me. But when she got comfortable, she was loving and people-friendly, and I think it just comes with some time and comfortability, which was awesome. And then we went outside for a short walk. She's incredible, gentle on the leash, barely pulling, and just calmly exploring. She noticed a few dogs from a distance, but was very quiet, and for some reason, she really wanted to sniff every parked car. I've never seen a dog inspect vehicles so seriously. Maybe she's got some future detective work in her future. Back inside, she was following me everywhere, just wanting to stay close and in sight. On the car ride home, she sat in the middle looking out and looking at me. You could really feel that we bonded in that short amount of time. Bringing her back was hard. It's always hard, but Gracie stayed optimistic. She handled it so well. Still gentle, still sweet, and it gives me so much hope for her. Gracie is a loving, gentle girl despite being young. She is still so calm and has such soft energy and would fit beautifully into so many homes. She is great for anyone who enjoys walks, but still loves and enjoys their quiet time. Someone who wants affection, kisses, and a dog who leans in for some hugs. If Gracie feels like she could be your dog, her adoption details are below in the description. If one of these dogs stayed with you, their stories and info are below. This page exists to give overlooked long-stay shelter dogs a voice and help them be seen for who they truly are beyond the kennel. You don't always have to adopt to help. Sometimes sharing their story, following along, that is what connects them to the person meant to find them. Follow, share, and help them be seen.